Picture this. It's a beautiful Saturday morning. You're enjoying a nice cup of coffee with your significant other. As you both savor the delicious aroma, you start talking about your future plans. Suddenly, your wife drops a bombshell. Did you hear about the recent bank crisis? I'm not sure we're financially prepared for some of that. Your heart sinks as you realize that you haven't thought about this either. You start to worry about what could happen to your hard-earned money and how you would survive without it. Unfortunately, you're not alone. According to recent data, more than half of couples in the United States do not have a financial plan in case of a personal or collective emergency. And this is going on all over the place, all over the world. It's never too late to start planning. Here are some tips for managing your finances in a relationship and being financially prepared for any crisis that may come your way. You came here for the truth, so let me unveil that for you. Have an open and honest communication about money. Money is a sensitive topic for many people, but it's crucial to have an open and honest communication so that you can have this all taken care of in advance. You want to be prepared for anything. Make a budget together, track your spending, and discuss your financial goals. By doing this, you can avoid misunderstandings and conflicts in the future. I've seen so many examples of people where people are just completely oblivious to what the other's goals are. If you don't have those goals in mind, you're working as a team, even if there's only one person employed, even if it's just the man in the relationship that's making the money, you should still have goals and you should work towards them. Create an emergency fund. An emergency fund is a vital part of any financial plan. It's a stash of money that you set aside specifically for unexpected expenses like a medical emergency or job loss. Set a goal for how much money you want to save and start contributing to it regularly. I have seen countless examples of people, I know too many of them, that they thought, I'm going to be working until the age of, let's just say, 65. And then their wife gets cancer. And now they can't work because they have to be the primary caregiver. Oh no, now suddenly all plans have changed. All bets are off. How have you been experiencing this yourself? Have you seen it? Because I know I have so many times before, and it is truly unfortunate. That's why we got to prepare in advance. We got to be ready to experience anything, including being forced to retire at an earlier age. Consider keeping cash on hand in case of a banking crisis or any other emergency situation. It's essential to have some cash on hand, This can help you cover expenses like groceries or medical bills if you can't access your bank account. Consider keeping a small amount of cash in a safe place in your home or somewhere else where you can always have access to that. Okay, now this is something that is, of course, concerning. We see inflation hitting hard, but just having the ability to, have this little backup is something that's going to give you peace of mind. Invest in alternative assets. Diversifying your investments can help you protect your money during a crisis. Consider investing in alternative assets like real estate, precious metals, cryptocurrencies, businesses, okay, and anything else like this. These assets may not be as liquid as traditional investments like stocks and bonds, but they can provide a hedge against inflation and market volatility. You can see what the richest of rich people do. They invest in illiquid. A lot of people don't realize this. They say, oh, that investment, art, for instance, which is typically reserved for the wealthiest of people, they say that's not liquid. Well, that's a bad investment. Well, that's what prevents crises from occurring. If you go to some places where real estate, the transactions don't happen very fast, those markets, you will find that the stability of those markets over time is very apparent. Look at Cayman Islands, very perfect example. The transaction volume that you see there, it's low. Now they do happen. Now you're going to see, $1 million home is not much there. And you will see over time what occurs. There's a slowdown, financial crisis, slow down, housing prices kind of go sideways, up just slightly, and then financial crisis is over, it resumes again, going upwards. 2020, it just went upwards. Dubai, now in this case here, 2020 and onwards, it's just been up. So the point is, illiquid sometimes is actually beneficial. Plan for retirement. It's never too early to start thinking about retirement. Make a plan together for how much you want to save, what retirement age you're aiming for, and what kind of lifestyle you want to have in your retirement. By doing this, you can ensure that you're both on the same page, you're working towards the shared goal. That's the point here. It's not as if, in many cases, the man might be the only one working and the wife is taking care of, the household, the children and things. And that's okay. That's fine. That's great. As long as the shared goals, shared ideals, and everybody brings what they have to the table. Managing your finances in a relationship can be challenging, can be daunting, but it's essential to be financially prepared for any crisis that could be coming your way. You got to have that communication. You got to have an emergency fund. You got to keep some cash on hand. You got to look at alternative assets. And I always talk about this, having the ability to have a second stream of income that's not your social security and your pension fund. So you're actually having some sort of asset, whether it's a business out there or some sort of asset that brings you in money, regardless of whether you're awake or asleep. All of these things are which I've been talking about for a long time. If you want to know more, you can always reach out to me. I've got business ideas. I've got mentor abilities that I can hand out to you. The courses, I've got everything. Okay, contact me, David@themoneygps.com. I'm here to help you out. I'll see you there. Take care.